So I thought I'd do one of those what you eat in a day videos. Morning. So this is breakfast. And this is me eating breakfast. And this is the view. And this is what I'm going to be eating in a bit. Not all of it, but as many apples as I can stomach and a few nuts. Mustn't ignore these. A few of these. This variety of blackberry produces really nice, juicy, big blackberries. It's a cultivated variety I got from my allotment. So I planted it in here, it's doing really well. Oh, cheeky little raspberry. Thank you. This plant here is wild lettuce, this huge dead stem. And these are the little baby ones that are coming. And when they're at this stage, really tender, they're good. They're a bit too tough and bitter when they're older. But we'll pick a few of these. Wild lettuce. And you don't want too much. I think it has a soporific effect. Can make you drowsy, but it can be good if you need to get to sleep. Yeah, at this stage, really tender, covered in them everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So we just got to pick the best because we've got loads. Oh, and this plant here is pretty good as well. The young leaves of this, see, just like their best tiny leaves. That's all we need. One of my favourite plants, one of my plant allies, plants that keep coming back to me in life. And this is chenopod, or fat hen. And at this stage, you've got this wonderful, slightly immature seed. See the seed? It's like a quinoa. It's like an amaranth. Basically, you can rub off these little green seeds, and we'll collect some of that. Here we got watercress. It's one of the most nutritious plants. Was a big industry in England before we all went to supermarket. There were small market gardens that grew this watercress, and this watercress is growing straight out of this wonderful natural spring water and all of that lovely silt that's washed off the hillside, off this land, off our land that hasn't been treated with chemicals. So it's really clean food, really nutrient dense. And we've also got spring water. There we go, natural spring water. Delicious. Here we've got water mint, Mentha aquatica, very distinctive fragrance. We'll just take the immature leaves, that tip, really soft, tender tip. Morning. Oh wow, there's a nice bit of plantain here as well. Look at the size of these plantain leaves. Is that plantain? It is, isn't it? It doesn't... No, it's not. It's red campion. No, we won't eat that. Ah, this is the gold. Some tomatoes. I don't do anything fancy with my tomatoes. I just plant the young plug plants in and pray the weather's good enough to ripen them. There's loads coming, and hopefully they'll ripen. The thing is, as you can see, and not the only one who likes them. This is the chenopod again. It's like a natural quinoa. This was a Stone Age crop. Can you see the grains? It's gone over a bit if it goes brown like this, I think. I'm sure it is still edible when it's brown, but then look, a lot of it's sort of gone mouldy like that, so you really have to get it when it's still green, I think. And then look, it just comes away like quinoa grains. So we'll collect loads of this. Here we've got little spinach seedlings, and this is the spinach plant here, and they're the seeds coming. And here are some here. See? So look, they're just everywhere. And these are really nutritious at this stage in their life cycle. And look, yeah, here's the young plant here. So we can pick these as microgreens, and they're incredibly nutritious. This plant here, groundsel, really good plant. Now this is a terrible weed on my allotment till I realised it's actually delicious and really tender, and as good as any of these fancy Japanese leaves that you get have to buy seeds for in the shops. So yeah, really good quality leaf. You can eat the whole plant. I'm just taking the tender leaves. Really nice plant. Even mature leaf like that is actually really tender. A total weed. Look, it's growing right next to loads of nice chickweed too. It's all here. Here we've got some baby dock leaves. You can tell little red coloration on them. And when they're small like this, they're all right. There, look, when they're like microgreens, they're good. They're bitter when they're older, but if you get them in the spring or autumn, you can pick them at this stage, and they're really good. Look at that, really tender, really nice. Not too many. This plant here is kohlrabi. It's a brassica. You see that? You see it now a bit? It's like the swollen stem of a broccoli, and that's pretty much what it's like. It's like that nice broccoli stem, and we can boil it up 15 minutes just to make it a bit al dente. It's delicious, so I'll cook that for lunch. Nice. Gold. Digging for treasure. Oh, that is the treasure. Look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at that. Oh, my word. That is some good eating. Right there. Look at this soil. Just pulling them out with my hands. These were heavily mulched with leaves. You can see they're just starting to break down now after a whole season. Leaves and pig manure, which has got good nitrogen. And the soil itself was, I mean, you can see how sandy the soil is. Look at that. Just digging it out with my hands. It does get dry and compact when it's in the middle of summer and it's very dry. But we've had a bit of rain, and that's plenty of potatoes for a couple of days, I'd say. Look at the groundsel. It's everywhere. Look at this. Look at this beautiful groundsel. It's another ally of mine. It would always come in my allotment, and for years I would just hoe it off thinking, cursing it because it just seeds so quickly, so easily. Now I realise that it's delicious, and it saved me bothering buying those expensive Japanese Mizuno and all that stuff. And it's hardy. It's, again, spring and autumn. Now I let my spinach just bolt. You can see here this is just all bolting. You've got those small little pre-flower leaves that are tender as well, and that's producing a nice seed head. And that seed head will mature into this brown seed cluster. You see that? And then they will just be dropping everywhere, and you'll have spinach just coming up every. Such a nice morning to be out here foraging. Dandelion leaves, also really good when young. Just pick those nice ones out the centre. And they're not too bitter, they're really tender. I mean, they're still a little bitter, so not too many. There's a nice beetroot there as well. We'll have that for lunch with it. Nice. Another really nice spinach plant there. Look at that. Oh my word, look at the pattern of veins. Beautiful. Really nice bit of ruby chard there. Look at that. That is beautiful. Cheers, my dears. So sweet. So here we got some pork. These are the greens. I don't bother washing these, so you get a bit of B12. And these are our potatoes with mint, sea salt, and also there's some pork lard that we rendered that we cook the potatoes in. Oh, and also we've got the cooked greens here as well, spinach and chard. So this is what I'll be eating for the rest of the day. A bit of sea salt. Bon appetit. So always have delicious water, good quality water from the Eco Project, natural spring water. Cheers.